What's up, everybody? Welcome back to KenMan56 Talks. Today, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite movies that came out in 2020. This is just a personal list. I didn't see every movie. I'll just put in a list of the movies that I didn't get to see yet. So if there's a movie that you saw and you loved and it's not on this list, it might be because of that, or it could be because I hated it. I don't know. This obviously is my personal opinion. I'm not saying that my number one is the best movie that came out this year. It's the one that I enjoyed the most. It's the one that I think is pretty good. And if you disagree, that's fine. So if you wouldn't mind going ahead and subscribing, that'd be awesome. Now let's get into the list. Coming in at number 10 is Run, a thriller from the guy that did Searching. It's on Hulu. Sarah Paulson has this daughter, and she has all these disabilities, and things start to get creepy, and it's pretty good. You should check it out, and that's all I really want to say about it. Coming in at number 9 is Pieces of Woman with Vanessa Kirby and Shia LaBeouf. It's a movie about childbirth and dealing with loss. Really good, excellent performance for Vanessa Kirby and Shia LaBeouf. But Vanessa Kirby is incredible in this thing. I mean, the first 30 minutes of this is so great, it makes the rest of the movie feel bad, but it's not bad at all. I think the whole thing is pretty solid. Not my cup of tea, but it's really good. Coming in at number 8 is I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's a Netflix movie from Charlie Kaufman. It's pretty epic. It's a giant puzzle, and I recommend you watch it more than once because if you watch it one time, you're gonna be like, "What did I just watch?" It's kind of a thinker. You got to think about it a little bit more. I really like Jesse Plemons and the other Jess. I don't remember her name. But they're really good. Toni Collette's really good. The old guy's pretty good. You know, it's just a pretty solid movie, and I think you should check it out if you want to have a thinker. But if you're more casual viewing, I wouldn't. I would watch something else. Coming in at number 7 is Bill and Ted Face the Music. I might be the biggest Bill and Ted fan on planet Earth. I'm not sure about that one. I love Bill and Ted 1, and I love Bogus Journey. I think both of them are just great, and having a third one, I don't even know how many years later, 30 years later, it feels good to say that it's good, you know? It could have been really crappy, but they definitely wanted to make this thing, and you can see the passions there. It's pretty funny. It's just a good time, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's all you can really hope for with one of these movies. And I think you'd like it if you like the other two. That's all I'll say. Coming in at number 6 is Spree, a thriller with Joe Keery, where he drives around like an Uber driver and tries to pick up internet clout. Super under the radar. But you should give it a watch. I think it's hilarious. It's also terrifying. It's just really good. I think it's a great movie, and yeah. Coming in at number 5 is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. In a normal year, this probably would have slipped by me. I wouldn't have watched it, but with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, I decided to give it a watch, and I'm so glad I did. Chadwick Boseman is incredible. Viola Davis is incredible. It's a really fun movie. I had a great time with it. Chadwick Boseman is so good. I mean, this is the best I've ever seen him. He's my pick for Best Actor this year. Spoiler alert. But yeah, he's so good that everyone should check out this movie. Coming in at number 4 is Shithouse. It's a low-budget movie about a lonely college student who's having a hard time making friends, who has an incredible night with one girl and kind of gets attached. And this movie really hit me. It was very relatable and very, I hadn't felt as connected to a movie this year as I had to this one. This one really hit home, and I think I really liked it for that. Definitely worth a watch. Go support this movie. Please do it. Coming in at number 3 is Soul, a Pixar movie with Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey. It's really good. It's probably their most adult movie that they've ever put out. It literally is about the reason for living, and it's really deep. It's just really good. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies to come out recently, and I think you should give it a watch. Coming in at number 2 is Sound of Metal with Riz Ahmed. Riz Ahmed. I mean, if it wasn't for Chadwick, he would have won Best Actor, in my opinion. Like, he's so good in this. It's about a drummer who loses his hearing and has to go to rehab to learn to cope with not being able to hear. And it's really good. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but just give it a watch. It's on Amazon Prime. Why not? Before we get to our number 1 pick, I figured I would do some honorable mentions. So, in no particular order, these are just ones that I watched this year that I thought were really good, but just weren't able to make the list. Love and Monsters, a decent little movie that I didn't know anything about that I actually enjoyed. Mank, David Fincher's Citizen Kane little piece thing, was pretty good. Not my favorite Fincher, but it's all right. Tenet by Christopher Nolan. I think it's one of his more disappointing movies to come out recently, but it's Christopher Nolan, so it's enjoyable. On the Rocks, Sofia Coppola movie. This one's actually pretty decent. I thought Bill Murray and Rashida Jones worked really well together, and I had a good time with it. It just wasn't anything too special. Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. This movie has some of the best action of the year. Definitely worth a watch on Netflix if you're into that kind of thing. And Devil All the Time, with Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, and all those people. It's a pretty good movie. It's just really depressing and dark, and it's on Netflix. So if you want to give it a try, then go ahead and give it a try. And coming in at my number 1 movie for the year, it's the Hulu original Palm Springs, an Andy Samberg comedy. It's actually really funny, and this is the funniest movie that came out this year. I watched it and I can't stop smiling all the way through. Everyone is incredible in this movie, and it's just so much fun. And in a year that was the shittiest 2020, that's all I wanted in my movies, was a little bit of fun, an escape. It's just, that's exactly what this movie is, and that's why I love it so much. And yeah, Palm Springs is my number 1 movie of 2020. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. It would mean a lot. Trying to grow the channel. I know I'm not posting a lot, but it would help. Just seeing support would help. And yeah, have a good day.